In the headlines, over 400 candidates vie for chairmanship, councillorship positions for 6 area councils in the FCT. Supreme Court voids Executive Order 10, giving autonomy to state's judiciary. Aisha Muhammad, spinal cord injury patient suffering in silence. And on the foreign scene, Sri Lankan government bans strikes by healthcare workers amid hospital crisis. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I'm Darshan Hussaina Usman. Now the news in detail. Registered voters in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, on Saturday participate in the election of officials into the territory's 6 area councils: Abaji, Buari, Gwagwalada, Kuje, Kwali, and Abuja Municipal. For the exercise, statistics from the Independent National Electoral Commission shows that 14 political parties and 472 candidates are participating in the election. Also, there are 68 constituencies made up of 6 area council chairmen and 62 councillors, making a total of 14 out of the 18 political parties that nominated 110 candidates for chairmanship and vice chairmanship positions, as well as 362 candidates for councillorship. INEC says it has deployed 2,822 biometric voters accreditation system and 12,000 ad hoc staff for the exercise, while elections will not hold in 593 polling units as they have no registered voters. Also, no materials were produced for these units and no personnel will be deployed to them. Meanwhile, 1,373,492 registered voters are expected to participate in the election for chairman and councillors in 2,229 polling units. Of the 55 candidates vying for chairmanship positions, only 3 are women and only 8 females for the vice chairmanship position. Also, there are 31 females of the total of 363 candidates for councillorship positions. We now join Trust TV's Shafiu Suleiman, who is on the field for an update. He's live on the field for an update. Hello, Shafiu. Good morning. Where are you and what's the update in your area?
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Yes, I'm currently at polling unit 037 here in Garki. It's one of the polling units in the AMAC, that is Abuja Municipal Area Councils here in Abuja. This polling unit is unique in the sense that it's one of the recently created polling units by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to accommodate the expanding voting population. But unfortunately, as we speak, nothing is happening at this polling unit at the moment because with all the deployments, because we can see behind me, the voting cubicle is here, which is empty. Nobody is here to use it. And again, I have the ballot boxes also empty. The councillorship and the chairmanship ballot boxes are empty. And then the INEC officials are here stranded. Right here you can see the party agents also waiting, looking helpless because nothing is taking place. The security personnel are also behind the camera there. Nothing is happening. In a normal situation, the election here should have been, a smooth ride because they have only 12 accredited voters to make it, to complete their exercise. But with all the deployment and everything, nothing is taking place. So let's start by engaging some of the critical stakeholders. I've seen one of the prospective voters here who is stranded at the moment. Can you tell us your name and why nothing is happening?
My name is Sani Kasumi. I came in the morning to come and vote, but actually the machine is not working. So even people came to vote, but the machine is not working. People are just leaving.
Okay, but what are the officials telling you?
They are trying their best to solve the issue.
Okay, how do you feel now as a prospective voter? Haven't come early to vote to exercise your franchise.
I'm not happy because people come to vote, the machine is not working. So people they are not happy to vote. That's why they are just leaving because the machine is not working.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me hear from the INEC officials here who are conducting the exercise. Okay, what's happening here? I understand nothing is taking place as a result of the malfunction in Viva.
Yes, we've been trying to. Okay, we can verify with the beavers, but we can't authenticate with the beavers. Most times the entire system just closes, so we can't do anything with the beavers.
Okay, is it a case of a network issue, or is it about the glitches that usually characterize the usage of the beavers?
I have no idea really. I don't know. Maybe it could be the network, it could be the malfunction of the beaver. I don't know really. But they're coming to fix it, I guess.
So you've reached out to your superior officers to come and fix it. How long is it going to take them to come here?
Maybe 30 minutes, 1 hour, I think will come.
So in a word, you are given, in a way, you're given the electorate here the confidence that the issue will be resolved. Okay, let's also hear from some of the party agents who have been here early in the morning to witness the exercise. Tell us your name and what's the experience like.
My name is Babangida Ali, and one of the APC agents in this polling unit. We are here since morning, 8 o'clock morning, to come and see how the vote, the election can hold in this particular polling unit. Since morning, people are coming to casting their vote. The machine is not working. The people, some people, they used to come almost 2 times, go and come back to casting their vote. The machine is not working totally. So in this particular polling unit, we are already disappointed. We are totally disappointed in this particular polling unit because people are ready to casting vote. The INEC, the INEC is ready to disappoint us in this particular this polling unit.
Okay, but they are saying that they've already reached out to the officials and they're coming to address the issue. Don't you have confidence in their ability to address the problem?
The issue in this election, we're already disappointed because we don't have hope in this small polling unit. They already the only 12 people they want to be the casting they are voted in this particular unit. They can't use it. Even one person cannot casting. Is not casting his voting in this polling unit.
Okay. So this is the situation here at polling unit number 037 here in Garki, one of the polling units in 036, one of the polling units in Garki, part of the Amak Council. Generally, we've had, gone around and discovered that the election is taking place peacefully in most of the polling units. There's turnout, especially of women, who have outnumbered the men in terms of participation. There are also cases of delayed, commencement of the exercise. Hassana, this is so far what we can tell you with regards to the update here in Garki.
Okay, thank you so much, Shafi'u, for that update. It's really a sad situation. Hopefully, the machines will be fixed in time for the electorate to cast their votes. Our reporter Fatima Musa in Gwagwalada reports malfunctioning of the bimodal machine at one of the polling units.
Okay, right now we are at Gwagwalada Fulani 2, open space town hall, space code 003. Right now, as it is, you can see that the officials and the voters, everyone is doing their work. The officials are here. When we got here, they told us that the beavers are not working, but INEC officials have come around to check, and they're going to get come back with the feedback how they can make it work. As it is right now, we have like 3 polling centers, 2 space, and turnout of women. Again, actually, they are here to vote. We have some votes, even though the beavers are not working. Right.
All right, in the same vein, as the Federal Capital Territory Area Council election kicks off, residents of Abuja want prospective area council chairmen and their councillors to keep to their mandate, as many communities in the FCT still lack basic social amenities like water, stable electricity, good roads, and quality education. Madia Umar visits one of these communities and she reports on how the voting public are getting ready for the election.
Democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. A democratically elected council chairman is what the residents of the FCT want as people march to the polls to elect their chairman across the Federal Capital Territory. We are at Karimajiji, one of the suburbs under the Abuja Municipal Area Council, where basic amenities is an issue. And we're here to talk to some of the residents on what the expectations are from the area council chairman if elected come few hours.
My own opinion is this. The new chairman that is coming in this community, what we are expecting of him to do for is that we are having problem about our education, as in primary level education in this community. Maybe it can build enough school, especially the primary schools and the secondary school for us. And though Candido has done the road, but it's not yet concluded. So maybe it can continue from where Candido starts. And then the water as well. We needed water. And about our health, we have a net center here, but it's not enough. I think if we can have a good road, water, and our education is good, I think we are good to go, and then to empower our women too.
You need like a better hospital, you need like environmental, you need like employment. So people are suffering for this village. I think I think the election day now, like STT election. I think many politicians come here. You are need to. Many people are voting here, so we need many things for this village.
What we are forward to see in this forthcoming election that is coming tomorrow, one of the things most people around will want to see is you keeping to your promises as an elected person. Be you the chairman, the councillor, and who have you. The first attraction people look at for is when you have a good road to the market, when you have good roads to the schools, when you have good roads to your worship centers. People reside and be comfortable. Social amenities, when you have water, people will look at that. When you have, markets, do you understand? It attracts people to be comfortable in wherever they are. In Karimajiji, where I reside, these are the things I look out for.
Like my area in Nyakowumba, our road there is bad. If they can come and do the road after winning the election, it will be very good and nice.
Still on the FCT Council polls, the Center for Environmental Sustainability and Development Awareness says it will be deploying observers across all wards in the Federal Capital Territory to monitor the February 12th Area Council election. Executive Director of the Center, Olushola Babalola, also noted that it is keen on ensuring that the Independent National Electoral Commission lives up to its mandate by ensuring a free and fair election.
They have been telling us that they are going to deploy beavers and results will be transmitted, from polling unit directly, to their server. So we are waiting for them. We are looking out, to actually see that happening on Saturday.
This election is very critical to the original inhabitants because right now they have their power to elect who they want to the position.
For the ladies out there, do not feel marginalized. Go out and participate. We have equal rights just like the male gender. We should be involved more in elections. For the youth, please make sure that you do not make yourself an available tool for these politicians to use. It is just an election.
We are also very emphatic on the rights and the responsibilities of the original inhabitants of the FCT. If at the level of a council election you are not coming out to participate, then you are also sending a message subtly that you are not ready to participate at the higher level.
In this time and age where evil showmakers have access to social media, we are still waiting for a law that will guarantee INEC to transmit election result electronically. For me, I think that is really absurd.
House of Representatives has said selfish interest is no motivator for the passage of the Electoral Act Amendment Bill by the National Assembly. Chairman, House Committee on Media and Public Affairs, Benjamin Kalu, said this during a press briefing. Kalu said the House activities and actions have always been guided by public interest and the need to deepen the tenets of democracy. He also said that the Parliament will not lobby President Muhammadu Buhari to sign the bill already transmitted to him, saying that that would mean interfering against the principle of separation of powers.
The town hall, or the opinion of the people says, granted that it may not be a perfect piece of legislation because what they wanted was direct primaries, but not conceding that the options of indirect primaries and the consensus option goes against the advancement of our democratic ethos and advancement of our democracy. Let us move on. And that is not selfish interest. That is public interest. And this is the parliament of the people. Whatever action that we take, whatever motions that we move, whatever resolution that we raise, whatever bill that we make not as unto ourselves to the exclusion of others. We make it for the generality of Nigerians because for now we are members of the parliament. Who knows, tomorrow we might be in the executive or even be outside government. The laws we make today will be there to govern us in the time to come as citizens of this country.
Deputy President of the Senate and Chairman Constitution Review Committee, Ovie Omo-Agege, has urged lawmakers in the 6 geopolitical zones to ensure that the ongoing proposed amendments is done in the interest of Nigeria and not personal interests. The admonition is coming at a retreat organized towards the review of the 1999 Constitution by the Joint Ad Hoc Committee of the National Assembly and members of the Conference of Speakers in Abuja on Friday. The report.
The Ad Hoc Committee on Constitution Amendment, before taking this huge task, called for submissions of memoranda where the general public responded well. A total of 178 memoranda with 1,908 specific recommendations were also received. While commending the parliamentarians for their dedication and sacrifices in their review exercise, Senator Omo-Agege says the success of the process is hinged on their cooperation and partnership. Omo-Agege further stated that the lawmakers would have written their names in gold at the time the National Assembly would have passed the proposal in a fortnight.
Are thus predicated on the need to, amongst others, strengthen the legislature's authority to enable it to serve as an effective pillar of checks and balances to the executive, strengthen independent constitutional bodies, create and strengthen a culture of good governance, address the issues of corruption, revenue leakages, and unbridled government spending. I know it is the desire of every Nigerian that this process will bring positive transformation to our country.
On his part, Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Ahmed Idris, said Constitution Review Committee aggregated views canvassed by Nigerians during the public hearings between May and June 2021. He reminded the lawmakers on the need to put Nigeria first in the course of the assignment.
These thematic areas include issues bordering on local government administration autonomy, the legislature, judiciary reforms, state creation, state police, devolution of powers, women and vulnerable groups, strengthening of institutions, good governance, political parties and electoral matters, traditional institutions, federal capital territorial administration, fundamental human rights and national security. During this first batch of the review exercise, the committee in the House of Representatives considered 62 bills, out of which 26 bills were recommended for harmonization with the Senate. Of the 62 bills, 8 bills were rejected, 25 bills were retained with modifications, and consideration for the 3 bills were deferred.
Meanwhile, representative of the Conference of Speakers of State Legislatures in the country, Abubakar Suleiman, thanked stakeholders for their efforts so far. He promised Nigerians that this time the legislature will give the country a constitution that will stand the test of time. The retreat then dissolved into executive session.
Supreme Court on Friday declared the Executive Order 10, which President Muhammadu Buhari issued on the funding of state judiciary and legislature, illegal. The Apex Court, in a split decision by a 7-member panel of justices, held that President Buhari acted beyond his statutory power. The judgment followed a suit filed by the 36 states of the Federation, and while 6 justices upheld the suit, a member of the panel dismissed it. It will be recalled that President Buhari had, in the executive order he signed on May 22, 2020, made it mandatory for all states to include allocations of both legislature and judiciary in their appropriation laws in compliance with Section 121, subsection 3 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended. Coming up after the break, how one armed construction worker builds his clientele in Abuja. Do stay with us. Welcome back. You're still watching Trust News Update. Let's take a look at some of our top stories. You heard that registered voters in the Federal Capital Territory participate in the elections of officials into the territory's 6 area councils. And the Supreme Court on Friday declared the Executive Order 10, which President Muhammadu Buhari issued on the funding of state judiciary and legislature, illegal. To more news. Nigeria's daily COVID-19 cases continued on a low count on Friday as the country's disease control agency recorded new 47 infections. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control, in its Friday 11th February update, said the fresh cases were logged in 8 states and the Federal Capital Territory. The NCDC data showed that 24 persons were discharged after they recovered from the infection, while 1 person died from the infection, raising the total fatalities to 3,140. Since Nigeria recorded its index case in February 2020, a total of 253,970 infections have been confirmed, with 230,317 recoveries. Isaac Emmanuel is a one-armed man from Kaduna State, but good at peddling jobs in Abuja. Emmanuel defies his physical challenge to defend for himself and his family. According to him, at the age of 11, he had his arm chopped off by a grinding machine in an incident he will never forget. Take a look.
I'm not born like this. I was 11. My father have a grinding machine. So when we come back from school, sometimes we assist our mother or whoever is grinding the engine. We have some people that are coming to help us. So I came back from school. I was watching Animal Kingdom from TV in our own bed, sitting room. So it's very interesting. My stepmother was the one doing the grinding. So she kept coming for me to help her because of the interesting film that I was watching of the animal issue. I was escaping. Unfortunately, she came and I was wearing agbada. So I cannot pull it out. I went for the grinding engine to help her after finishing the grinding. So to go and off the engine, then the agbada hook from the wheel of the tire of the grinding engine. So it turned in struggling to come out the agbada. My own hand slipped, my left hand slipped into the big wheel. Then it just break the hand instantly, cut it off. So that is how it just happened.
And finally, on the foreign scene, Sri Lanka's president has banned strikes in the health and electricity sectors as trade union action that has crippled state-run hospitals entered its sixth day. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa on Saturday invoked a 1979 law prohibiting stoppages in the two sectors, declaring all related work essential public services. The tough regulations allow courts to hand down 5-year jail terms and confiscate the assets of those refusing work. The move comes after health unions ignored a court order on Thursday instructing them to suspend their strike pending a hearing of a petition against their action. Thousands of health workers have been taking part in the strike action, leaving only emergency services functioning at state hospitals and many routine services put off. We've come to the end of Trust News Update. Don't forget to follow us across all our social media platforms. I'm Darshan Hussaina Usman. Thanks for watching.